Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, and Ba'Shem Rakal Kadash. Double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere salutations to the elect Aki and Malhidis pushing the truth in all four corners in truth and sincerity. I just wanted to basically is a video of Ricky Smiley basically talking about Ricky Smiley. Anybody that know Ricky Smiley, so a lot of his stand up got to do with the church and funerals and things like that. That's how he pretty much came up in the ranks in comedy. But for some specific reason, all of a sudden now the talking about the basically the Bible upholds racism and white supremacy. I mean, he partially right, but I'm gonna get into the clip.
Now you and Steve Harvey go back.
Yeah.
You opened up for Kings of Comedy.
I did a whole lot of dates for the Kings of Comedy. Me and Guy Torrey.
Yep. And you're kind of always consider yourself like the clean comic. Would that be a fair assessment?
I used to be really, really squeaky clean.
Yeah.
But when you get older and you experience people, you start cursing more because people start getting on your nerves when you get older and your patience start getting short. You get closer to God, but you curse more.
Okay. I mean, speaking of God, it's interesting because D.L. Hughley is actually, a repeat guest on Vlad TV. And, you're someone that goes to church quite a bit.
Yeah.
Correct? D.L. Hughley said,
Black church is the gayest place on the face of the earth. It literally is. It is. I don't go, but yeah, I would imagine. You go to black churches, it's women, children, and gay dudes. It's women who are going to pray for a man, children who got to go with their women, and a lot of dudes who are praying the love of a dick out of their hearts. I think that I'm serious. It's just like, it is. It's there, you will hear these things, and it just, you can't argue with what you see.
Well, I don't know about that or whatever, but I tell you what, I'm really questioning some of the Bible stories, and I think some of that stuff in the Bible is set up to train black people to be submissive to systematic racism and white supremacy. That I believe. That
Explain that.
Turn the other cheek or whatever.
I'm gonna let
People don't
it
mess
play.
with nobody that fight back. People do not mess with nobody that fight back. Black people have been taught to forgive and turn the other cheek for 400 years. And what has changed? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, the Bible and the church were used as a means of control.
I believe that.
Times.
I really believe that.
Well, the first black aristocracy was the preachers, right?
Probably.
Right. The preachers were given more power during slavery times because they kept the blacks in line, and they were given certain, extra.
I totally believe that. Totally.
Yeah, no.
And you have it to this day because you see all these black preachers that were sitting around Donald Trump 2 weeks ago. Same thing. What's the difference between that and remember now? George W. Bush, only thing Donald Trump needs is 8%. 8% of the black vote in order to get reelected. George Bush needed 10 and he got it. Because he went around and he got all those black preachers to preach abortion and gay.
Ain't no need for me keep on playing that on and on. Salaki, I couldn't really hear what he was saying. I heard it yesterday, but this program that I have didn't allow it to be loud, so I can expound a little bit on what I can remember. Basically, Ricky Smiley said he had a problem with some of the stories in the Bible, and that he believed that the Bible was set up. I don't want to misquote him, but he believed the Bible was basically put out there to help with white supremacy. Well, that's, I mean, you know, he's right. He's right and he's wrong, but it is because everybody ain't meant to get it. Ultimately, anybody with any common sense know that the Bible is for you know, the Lord's people, and that's the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Is not a book for the white man. Basically, this Bible condemns the white man, but people use the scriptures and cross the scriptures up to have you thinking things. I mean, ultimately, the Bible is parabolic. It's in parables, so you're gonna get twisted up if it's not for you. And for you to be in church and going to church for years, and a supporter of the church, Ricky Smiley, and you say you believe is a tool used to help with white supremacy. I mean, what that say about you, man? That lets you know right there that, you know, you're not even real a believer of the scriptures, man. How can you believe in the Bible or believe in the Lord, and is the Lord's book, but you say you believe is part of that has something to do with help with white supremacy, man? I mean, ultimately, anybody with any common sense know that you real big on that fraternity stuff, that Q stuff. You believe that to a T, man, and that's junk. This is the truth, man. But I'm bring a scripture out, and basically, cause he kind of right. It do help with the white supremacy. I mean, cause you know, this thing is about balance, man. This thing is about balance, and the Lord don't want everybody. This ain't for everybody. That's why his elect is only 144,000. That's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people on this earth, man. Well, we talking about Israel, but 144,000 people is not a lot of people. So some people going to be misled, man, by the church. Some people going still be caught up on that being indoctrinated. Some people going to be caught up on that so-called white Jesus, the colonialism, Salakia, if I'm saying that word wrong, with the whitewashing of the faces of Yahweh Shah. You know, in the scriptures it say Yahweh Shah, the depiction of his face was his feet was a burnt brass. So a burnt brass, you know, that's a dark color, not white. But I'm gonna go into the scripture right here. Is Isaiah 44:24. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, the Redeemer, and he that formed the womb. I am the Lord, the maker of all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, and spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. He don't need no help. He do that all on his own. That's the Yahweh Salakia. Continuing on to verse 25. The frustrated the tokens of liars, and make the diviners mad, and turn of wise men backwards, and make of their knowledge foolish, man. The Lord can do all these things, man. he could take a wise man and make him look foolish, man. And basically, this not is a scripture say I'm the creator of all things. Slightly paraphrased, I create good and evil, the night, light and dark. Basically, the Lord can he in these scriptures he could put the spirit on you to get it or not to get it, man. But ultimately, he know if you're gonna be one of his elect, man. Ricky Smiley was definitely right on a little bit of that, saying that it helps promote white supremacy. But that's because that's what the Lord wanted to do, man. Ricky Smiley, you caught up, man. If you was following the church, man, and you ain't following the Lord. You caught up on them false prophets. If your church was a real church, if you was being edified, right, you would know in chapter Deuteronomy 1-15 that was the blessings that Israel was supposed to get, and from 16 to 68 it was the curses, man. That's why you would know that the Bible will be used against us, man. But that's all you worrying about is making people laugh, worrying about your cues and your radio show, man. That's I can't say it, but right now it ain't for you, man. It ain't for you, man. That's why you don't know. But I ain't gonna keep going on and on. I just wanted to touch this short topic, you know. Again, hopefully this video was edifying.